between these two teams. In fact, the Cowboys have struggled lately. They've lost 8 straight. It was February 12, 2005 when the Cowboys last won, and that was at the Marriott Center. Austin Ains was fouled going down to the wire, attempting a three-pointer with 1.3 seconds left. Ains hit the first 2 from the line, but missed the second, sealing the win for the Cowboys. The Cowboys swept that series, and I think they're looking to get back on that track tonight. Mike?
All right, Brett, thank you. 8 straight wins for BYU since then. In this, the 170th meeting. And a double dribble palming violation against Jimmer Fredette. 5th turnover against the Cougars. They had all of 7 turnovers, Joe, in the first meeting between these two teams.
But amazing, in that big rivalry game last week against Utah, they had 5 turnovers, Mike. That's just unbelievable in that type of game.
2 blocks in a row by Hartsock. Yes, 2 blocks for him. First on Mujecki and then Waddell.
I like Mojecki's aggressiveness to the basket, not trying to be cute and lay it up, but going right for the flush there. He's been a very, very good freshman this season for the Cowboys.
Mujecki with the ball, finds Ogirri, quick fire, bang!
Wyoming on a 7-0 run. BYU previously on a 5-0 run, and now after the last time out, Wyoming on a 7-0 run, so a game of many runs so far, Mike.
Tavanari tries to answer, misses. Waddell the rebound.
BYU just having an awful hard time making the ball go in. Some pretty good looks at it. And at the other end, Wyoming just shooting it in from everywhere, being really aggressive to the basket as well.
Mujecki passes up to 3 and will step in and draw the foul from Fredette. A little bit of indecision there by Mujecki, but it worked out for him.
Well, silly foul by Fredette. That's a cardinal sin of defense, is fouling a jump shooter. What was interesting about that, Adam Waddell drove the ball down the right baseline and threw it across the defense, kind of a draw and kick by the big 6'10 center for the Cowboys. And Mujecki kind of plays at a slow speed. You know, there was a little indecision there, but for a freshman, he has a great rhythm and a great speed about his game.
There is up on Mujecki, closing in on the all-time single-season freshman scoring record, and ironically enough, look who it's held by, his teammate Brandon Ewing.
Well, he's had an outstanding freshman year. He reminds me a little bit of a poor man's Lee Kamard. He defends a little bit, he rebounds a little bit, and you can see there he can make the ball go in the hoop as well.
10-0 run for Wyoming. The crowd here at the Arena Auditorium coming alive. They want to see the upset. Tavanari, crowd wanted a walk and said they got the foul against Tyson Johnson. And you said before the game that this would be a tough matchup for Johnson against Tavanari.
Well, BYU started off with a different matchup, putting Miles on Johnson, and Tavanari matched up with Waddell. But Tavanari and Johnson have a hard time guarding one another because Johnson can't find Tavanari at the three-point line, and Tavanari has trouble playing post defense on Johnson. So it's kind of a Mexican standoff, so to speak, with those two.
Fredette fouled from behind on the drive.
At the other end, you saw Mujecki turn it over simply because I think of a strength factor. Fredette was fortunate he got fouled here, or he could have ended up with a charging foul. But